Too nerdy.
What is that? Be a Prius, lower your drag coefficient.
Well, pretty cool looking little Prius there.
Tokyo Drifter Prius.
There you go.
Uh,
Of course, I
so
squashed
I guess
that in trucks.
the preaching this morning is based on just be prepared, guys. If you're not prepared, the your odds of success go dramatically lower. If you don't do things like, from time to time, read a book like one of those books, so it gets your mind back in the right spot. Do that from time to time. Practice at a higher speed on a regular basis, so that you're creating the muscle memory, and you're also preparing yourself for when volume does come back in and we have a lot more volatility. Then be open-minded and say, hey, look, everybody gets too stuck on staring at a screen and not sitting back and thinking through what is the realistic, what are some realistic scenarios that could come out of this, not just in the markets.
Answer that for me, Brian, please. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, okay. That would make a difference. All right. Thank you.
Oh, no, I was wrong. Sorry.
Okay. So it is the range then?
Yeah.
Okay. I was throwing a complete blank this morning. My mind's not thinking. You sure, right? Range or tick?
Ask me.
That's why.
Right. I remember you saying that, but I couldn't remember if you said it was the range chart or the tick chart. Okay.
I mean, I usually start with like the 15-minute and then go down to the range.
Yeah. No, I got that. But when you got down to the smaller charts, I couldn't remember which one you
Range
said.
is last.
What you see the swings on easy. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Waitworth got it.
First.
Here, let's get some.
No. 60-15 tick range trade. A 60-15 2-minute? No, it's 60-15 tick range trade.
Yeah.
60, 15.
60, 15 range.
No, 16-15 tick range.
60, 15 tick.
Range is the last thing you check because that's right when you're going to make your trade.
I'm talking about
setup
levels.
you're using.
Yeah,
we're talking about levels.
We're talking about levels.
Oh.
So if you're trying to do zones, the easiest is 60, 15.
16, 15 range. Okay, look, Lulu says tick. All right. I mean, there's no right or wrong. I mean,
we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
You can have you're going to see, you're going to get a different story, but the same solution if you're using the tick chart. The only reason I use the range is you can get a lot more data pumped in with you can load a lot more days on the range without burdening your computer with a ton of data.
If you're very visual, tick is helpful because you're lining it up based on like where everything stops.
Yeah, like what Lulu says.
Zoning
use range, but fine tune with the tick.
I mean,
all of it's
also
right.
here's what
Everybody's
Lulu's
right.
doing. Lulu is being diligent about tracking her prior swings on the tick chart because I know she's doing it. I saw her do it at boot camp. So if you track your prior swings on the tick chart, then your zones can be derived from those prior swings with just a little bit of looking at price action. So if you're tracking prior swings, prior consolidation of breakout areas with like a simple horizontal line, then all of a sudden your zones will be pretty darn close. I mean, I think Lulu's are usually within a couple ticks of the ones I do. Right, Lulu? Something like that, within a couple ticks usually. Yeah, and the way you derive it can be either way. It's the same price action we're looking at.
Just drawing
same
the
price
line in
action.
the sand.
You just got to find. Oh, we gotta get ready for it. All right, we're probably
Yeah,
going to
we
see a
got the
huge open here, right, guys?
open
Nope.
here. Yeah, be careful. This thing's gonna
Got the open here in a
explode.
second. Remember, it's 10 o'clock news. I don't think it's going to be huge considering the fact that the prior two news events this morning did almost nothing. So get into the open, guys. Remember, you're playing from the long side unless the markets say we want to stay below those overnight lows. That's the simplest game plan we can have for the day. All right, guys. Everybody cool with that? Cool.
Beans.
How do they say it these days?
beans.
Cool.
Playing from the long side unless
There
the
we go.
market. Good trade, guys. And here comes YM. I got those two guys that were long or flat now. And you can load more days into the range too to make it easier. So retry there on the YM. ES got a couple big accounts that are long on the ES. What you guys do? Breakout trade? Okay. Only bigger accounts, more consistent traders should be trading through the open. Everybody else just be patient. Again, what if it takes till 10:45 for us to get a trade? Well,
Okay.
guess what, guys? The past 2 days, if we waited till about 10:45, what happened? Well, did they? I would look at that candle right around midnight. I think that was a low. Yeah, it looks like there's a 15-minute. What's that right there? That low is 59.75. This candle. Yeah, 59.75. So whatever that low is, I don't care what time it happened. I mean, if this you hear, let's do this. If this pre-market, pre-open U.S. Open would have ticked below 59.75, Gerard, Ghost Pepper, I would have counted that tick as the overnight low. Why? If this run up happened after that, I would still count that as overnight low. Why? Because that'll just happen sometimes. So it depends on what actually happens. So if we ticked a little bit below it here prior to the U.S. Open, I would have counted that as the overnight low, just simply because we see this price action through the open. Now, if you hadn't seen this price action through the open, right, would I have counted that as overnight low? Probably not, because at that point it would have probably dumped off a little bit. Does that make sense, Ghost Pepper? Again, guys, I really try to simplify the thought process. It'll retrade there on the ES and the YM. You can be on the hookup and stochastics. This zone tends to be has been pretty strong. And the reason I say it's been pretty strong is the couple times we've gotten in this area, it's kind of pulled back from there.
We didn't really go any deeper on this pushback either. We got maybe like 1-2 ticks. I can't see it.
A couple times that price has gotten up here, it's just retreated right away from it since making highs, all-time highs. So
it's really trying to put some pressure into it right now. So it's like they put all their focus in on this candle here on the ES.
Yes.
We used to use a tick. I don't even know how to make that work. So I use the.
Huh?
Remember you guys used to use tick charts. to
Yeah.
make. But I think now you just look at your your tick charts, like your 699 or whatever. But didn't you used to have like the actual tick?
The NYC tick.
Yeah.
Yeah. We cut that out because it was confusing a lot of people, and it was
Right.
just something extra that you really didn't need to be a successful trader.
That's why I use the momentum, like a momentum indicator, because I feel like it's kind of on the same premise. Like you're looking for that surge of volume, right?
It did the follow through, surge and follow through.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to tell you guys to get on the short side, but those who are already profitable could probably take a look, a little short trade on the ES, probably from that area. There you go. Target's off. If you did it. YM starting to cool up a little bit, so be patient. You're getting another hookup of stochastics, but it's starting to range right now in this little area, in the zone, starting to range around the zone. Yes, just be a little bit more patient for you guys that are trading on the long side with the trend and momentum. Where do you might think it should?
It's probably gonna
Where
get
would you
choppy
probably wanted to pull back to? Yeah,
for about 17 candles.
so you probably wanted to pull back to somewhere between the 89 and 200. Why? That's where crap came from before. If you're being patient and wise about this, then you're going to be patient enough to wait for price to come down to the zone, give you a nice little buy signal. The ES has already said that double tap is going to work, so you get a nice little clean double tap W, the Paul W, if you will.
Yep.
That's the trade that you could take. So again, guys, think about it. We've both days this week. If we were patient enough to wait until about 10:45, what happened? You had back to back trades. Correct? Were you guys here for this? You guys were. I saw you. Seen you. Seen you here.
Seeing you here.
Nice. Good job, Ghost Pipper.
Nice.
Let's see on that. Lock that up. Pull your stop up to no lose and see if that'll run for you. Because again, I mean, here at YM, it's got to get out of this. Well, it did push into resistance. Push into a little bit of resistance. So you might have a little bit of room on the upside there on the YM. What we like. Let's see what that open is. 849. So 800 to 840 you could probably look at if it breaks these current highs. If the YM does, odds are it's going to range though. So you can follow that with the ES if the YM breaks that current high from right around 930. Possibly even look at a Crable day today. That's right at 10 o'clock for news, so might not be on that one today. So again, guys, so again, one trade today. Be patient. Make sure it's your trade. Make sure it's a good setup. What is a good setup? If you don't know, talk to us. Get on my calendar. Get on Coach Paul's calendar. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be 100% straightforward and honest with you guys. In all sincerity, this club is not intended for you to stand on an island as a trader. This club is intended for you as a trader to have a community of people to help you become profitable. Okay, so if you're sitting on an island struggling, don't do it. Get with me or Coach Paul.
Get a Mr. Wilson.
Fair enough. Get a Mr. Wilson. Talk to him.
I'll be your Mr. Wilson.
I'll be your Mr. Wilson. I'm your Huckleberry.
This is intended. This club's intended to be a community. It's intended to be a community. That's why there's membership dues. You're not paying an arm and a leg to be a member of the club. You're
Should get
paying
most of
to
it.
keep it running. That's it. And the guys, this is it. There's plenty of people here to help. You just got to reach out. Don't be on the island if you're struggling. What's your name to be on your calendar? So are you talking to me, Shaquille, on that one? That question?
I think so, yeah.
Is that sell or active? For bigger accounts, we have, like I said earlier, I want people. Yeah, okay, that's fine. You're going to talk to him soon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Then we'll figure out. We'll get you on my calendar if you chat with Paul.
Yeah. We can get him on there if we have to.
Okay. Yeah, chat with Paul first, and we'll figure out which coach is better to chat with you. All right, Shaquille. Okay, thank you. Again, be patient here, guys. Being patient. Again, like I told you earlier, YM's starting to coil up. If you didn't catch that double bottom that Ghost Pipper did, we did call a couple long trades for the YM here. So you had a couple chances, but now the stochastics look like crap, and no new highs, no new lows. So no new highs, no new lows on the YM. Pump the brakes. No new highs, no new lows on the ES. Pump the brakes. Starting to chop up. Wait for it set it. Probably, 10 minutes ago?
Yeah.
7
I
minutes
got to
ago.
do this till 10.
7
They-
minutes ago. Wait for it set. Yeah, maybe till 10:45, guys.
They told me. They whispered it to me.
I mean, we've had, again, 2 days in a row, we've had to. That. Lulu's a monster. 2 days in a row, you had to wait till 10:30, 10:45 to get a couple trades in a row. Being patient, guys. Everybody knows. Everybody should know this by now. I'm a pansy when it comes to trading. Absolute pansy. I'm
me too.
conservative as crap.
I'm cheap.
So conservative, it's silly. People come in, they're like, "Why aren't you showing your trades on your screen?" Because I'm not taking trades. And if I can trade sim in front of you and do something that I don't want to do personally and create bad habits for myself, or I could call trades, and there's people in here that are taking those trades because that's in their plan. It may not be in my plan. That's fine. Tell you guys what I'm looking for. Everybody should know this by now. Exactly what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? No, coaches, don't answer this. What am I looking for in a good trade right now? Let's see if this one's in. Let's just do this.
Body odor.
Yes. What am I looking? Body odor?
Mhm.
You said I'm looking for body odor. Okay. What would be the first thing? So yeah, a breakout overnight would be mean me looking for a sell signal. But if I'm looking for a buy signal, what would I be looking for right now? I walked you guys through it a few minutes ago.
Oh, that's a given.
Come on. A little bit more than that. A little bit more than that, Gerardo. You're getting down the trail. Here, I'm giving you a little hint here on my chart. Yes. That is exactly what I want. Somewhere between this 200 and to the zone, preferably from the zone. A nice little clean W that retest. And again, I would like a clean hook and stochastics as well. But you don't always get that. I like a nice little clean hook and stochastics, but that's if everything else lines up and it's a low risk trade, that's what I'm gonna look for. And that will be the only trade I take today. Now I will be patient enough to do it. And if I miss it, guess what? So what? I know that I'll get another time. That's what I want. And just being real with you guys. You don't have, again, I mean, at the end of the day, you don't have to be trade. You don't have to trade. You don't have to do it. What you have to do is plan well enough to execute your trade when it does come around. And as you see Lulu doing, you will be more often profitable than not if you have the plan that says this is where I want to trade from. Now she's able to do counter trend trades and trend trades and counter momentum and counter all kinds of counter trades now and trades with trend and momentum because she's planned these areas well enough to know that there's a high likelihood that there's going to be sell orders up here. So when she sees those two candles, wick, stop at the exact same spot, she's in that trade so fast it can make her head spin. Am I right, Lulu? You don't see it yet. Sell orders, yeah. But you planned your zones in advance. So how cool is that you've graduated from market orders to stop orders, and now you're using limit orders. How cool is it that you graduated to actually being able to have confidence in placing a limit order on a chart and being there? Looks like on the YM. I don't like that it's still in the junk, but if you already got a green trade, that's a good one. ES, I'm still just waiting for. Again, you can take these hookups and stochastics on the ES. Trying to pushing back out of it. I mean, that probably will get you a few ticks on the YM if you wanted to look at that. It's a little bigger W though. A little late now if you're jumping in. Probably a little late if you're jumping in now on the YM. ES. Still waiting. It was a little bit of a double bottom though, wasn't it? Straight from this little doji wick back here too. Things you might want to observe. Things you might want to observe. Let's see here. I need to take a quick coffee break.
Yeah, before the news. News at 10.
Yeah, don't get in late on trades today. That's for sure. Do not get in late on trades, guys. Again, I'm gonna say this last time before I take a quick coffee break. The patient trader wins the battle. The patient trader wins the battle. All right. So know that. Be patient. Don't feel like you missed a trade. You should feel like, whew, all right. I didn't take the trade, but there's going to be another opportunity in the future. It's not the last trade on the planet. And
there'll never be another trade.
If you're on top of your game, you're in these hooks of stochastics, you're in these W's, you're in this first touch roll in the ES. If you're on top of your game, you're in that. But again, we're trying to help keep traders at this moment right now. We're trying to help keep traders that aren't successful on a daily basis from doing just that, losing money. That's what we're trying to do right now. So, guys, so you wait for a pullback, playing hook and stochastics, and what we say, we're playing from the long side until price stays below the overnight lows. So you can keep taking these long trades every time stochastics get oversold and hook up. You can look at those long trades until when? Until the prior swing low is broken. And that's back at 8:42-ish for the YM. So you want to keep taking those price swing lows, and it was about the same time on the ES here, until price wants to stay below these zones. So take the hooks and stochastics. I'll do one on sim here for you guys in a minute till my my trade shows up. All right, let's do that's why we do a coaching call. Get you going in the right direction, Shaquille.
Yep. Shaquille, we'll work on all that when we have our actual coaching call. We'll set you up we'll get you going in the right direction.
Still like the W's on the YM. Let's do coffee. If you guys want to do it, do a trade. Make sure you got a nice clean hook in stochastics from oversold back to 20 or through it. Okay. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some coffee too.